Welcome to Custom Clipart. My name is Rob, and in this video we're going to create a custom character from start to finish. It's a really simple process, but there are a couple of things that are worth noting, just so you get the best experience using the character creator and the best looking characters possible. There are 9 traits that we can choose from when creating our character, as you can see in this bar here. There are body, eyes, expressions, hair, facial hair, outfit, headwear, face accessories and makeup. To create a character, simply choose a trait and change its colour to however you like it. There is one additional feature for the headwear where you can move the headwear around to look best depending on which hairstyle you've chosen, but we'll get to that when we choose a headwear. So let's get stuck in and create a character. I'm going to start with the body and I'm going to choose a skin tone. As we can see, the character has updated here on the right, and we've also got a paint bucket icon. And this shows the 2 colours from the trait that we've just chosen. We can click on these and it will show us a colour palette that we can then choose different colours from if we wish. So I've just chosen a light blue colour, and I can also change the colour of this outline here if I wanted to choose a darker blue that corresponds. I'm going to change this back to the original skin tone that I chose, and we can do this by either clicking again on the skin tone or hitting this reset button. So I'm happy with that. Let's move on to the eyes. I'm going to click the eye icon, and as you can see, this section is slightly different to the body section. Traits with larger number of options are broken down into categories so that it's easy for you to find what you're looking for. You can still see all the options available by clicking the All Eyes option here, and you can scroll down to see all options. To get back to the categories, you just click this pink back button. So I'm going to choose classic eyes, and we've got some half open, we've got a wink, and we've got closed. You can combine these with the facial expressions to unlock a whole range of facial expressions, but for now I'm just going to choose the classic. We can always come back and change it later if we like. Again, I can change the colour of these eyes. So if I wanted them brown, I can change the left eye, and then I can change the right eye. But for now, I'm going to reset these to the black. So now I'm going to click on the expressions icon, and as you can see, we have a number of expressions here. I'm going to choose the excited expression, and I'm happy with the colours, so I'm not going to change these. I could adjust them later on, and I'll show you how to do that at the end, but for now I'm happy with the colour of this expression. So let's choose a hairstyle. Again, this is broken down into different hair categories, and we can also select all hair to see every option. I'll click the pink back button, and then I will choose a short hair. Now I'm going to select a colour to change it from the blue to a brown, and I'm happy with that, so we can move on to facial hair. Now let's move on to facial hair. Children probably won't want these for themselves, but if they're creating a family member or a historical figure that had facial hair, then this can be really useful, and the process is exactly the same. You choose the trait and you change the colours. For now, I'm going to click None, and this will remove the facial hair. Now let's have some fun by choosing an outfit. As you can see, this is broken down into various categories, so we've got historical, we've got people who help, world culture, and a few others. We can also see the full library by going to all outfits and scroll in here. I'm going to click back, and I will choose a historical outfit. And let's go for a Roman emperor. Now, as you can see, the Roman emperor outfit has quite a few different colours, and generally speaking, the most important colours are on the left hand side of this colour bar, and the least important are on the right. So let's change this white colour so we can see an example, and that's changed the white to blue. Now we can change this red, and let's choose this bright green, and as you can see, that's changed as well. You'll always find the outline colour at the very end. Most of the time you'll probably want to keep this black, but the option is there should you wish to change it to a different colour. One thing to note is you can also undo an action. So I've just changed this to blue. If I want to undo it and change it back to the black that I had before, I can click undo and this will change it to the black. So I'm happy with my outfit choices now. Let's choose some headwear. Now, before I choose the headwear that I want, I just want to highlight something that applies to only a select number of headwear. So if we go to festive and we select a hood, as you can see, the hair is showing behind the hood. So we've created some hairstyles. If we go back to the categories, and you can see the last category is hat ready hair. These work great, especially for the hoods. So I'm going to select this side swept, which is quite close to the original hairstyle that we chose, and the brown hair. So you can see there's no hair sticking out behind the hood now. I'm going to go back and I'm actually going to change it back to the original. And we'll go back to headwear. And I want to choose this Roman laurel leaf crown. So this matches my outfit. One of the cool features with headwear is that you can move it. So I can grab this and I can move it around to get the perfect placement. Again, with certain hats combined with certain hairstyles, you might want to move it slightly just so it looks a bit better. One thing to note as well, if I move this and then I change the headwear, the position doesn't change. So what I can do to fix this is I can choose this position icon and I can select center horizontal and center vertical, and that will position the headwear correctly. So I'm going to move this back up here. And there, I'm happy with that. So now I'm going to choose the face accessories. This is essentially spectacles and sunglasses. So I'll choose this pair of Wayfarer sunglasses and I'm going to change the colour to a blue, and I can change the lens colour as well to maybe this green to match his cloak. And the last trait is makeup. So we can choose from a range of different makeup. We've got a skull, we've got a Day of the Dead. You might be able to see this better if I turn off the glasses. Within this you've got lots of customizability. I can change this purple colour to a green. We can change the reds to purples, change this outline to a darker purple. So there's a lot you can do. For now I am going to leave the makeup off. I'll put my sunglasses back on. And now that is my final character. So once you've finished your character, you might actually want to tweak some of the colours. And the best way to do this is you've got this colours and layers icon to the right. So if I click this, you can see all the different parts. And if I want to change the colour of any of these parts, I can select this blue box on the left of the hair, for example, and I can see the two colours there. If I click on one, I can then change the colour to something different. So it might be a good idea to actually choose all of your traits first, and then you can change the colours afterwards, because one of the benefits of doing it at the end with this colours and layers panel is that the colour palette doesn't cover any of the character, so you can see what you're doing a bit better. So now that I'm happy with my character, the only thing left to do is to download it. So if I come over to this download icon, I can click that and I'm presented with two options. I've got PNG, which is going to be what most users need to use, and there's SVG, which is scalable vector graphic. And this is for advanced editing in programs like Adobe Illustrator or for use with something like a Cricut machine. So I'm going to choose PNG. And if I open that up, we can see that it's a transparent background image that you can use in all of your programs. And if I scale up, you can see it's a really high quality, crisp image. and it will be nice and crisp when you print it out. One last feature I want to show you before the end of the video is the ability to save your character. So if you come over here to the right, there's a save icon, and if I click that, I can give my character a title. So I'm going to call it Cool Roman and click Save. Now this is saved. To load it, I can choose Load Designs here on the right, and you can see that your character has saved on the left hand side here, and you can click that character, then it will load in all the different elements that you've chosen and the colours, and then you can edit it further. If you've made changes and you want to save a different version, then you can save a different version, Cool Roman V2. And then if I go to my load characters, you can see the two different versions that I've created. And if I want to load the first one, I just click it and it will load the original one. Thank you for watching. I hope that helps. If you need any assistance with creating your character or anything else, please fill in the support form or email care@customclip.art.